Who are you and what do you play?
My name is Adriana DiLorenzo, and I play Rosalie Mullins.
I'm Juliana Sprague. I'm a senior here, and I play Miss Scheinkopf.
My name is Tony Lemoose, and I play Dewey Finn in School of Rock.
And my name is Luke Simonson, and I am playing the role Billy.
I'm Kaylee Kopicki, and I am the costume and makeup head for School of Rock.
Do you relate to this character in any way?
Hold on, I actually got to think about this.
A lot about Rosalie is her finding her way throughout the show, where she kind of finds out who she is, and I think specifically theater has helped me a lot to figure out who I am as a person and how I want to live my life. And so I think in that way I do relate to Rosalie, but as for her personality in the beginning, that really strict, uptight type teacher, I don't like to be that kind of person, so it is a big challenge for me to play this role.
I think so. I mean, she definitely is living a different life than me. She's a teacher at a prep school, but I definitely take parts of my life and I put her into my character. Miss Scheinkopf, she really doesn't like her job, but she knows she kind of has to kiss up a little bit to stick with it. You know, she knows where she's at and what she needs to do to keep her job. So I think a lot about those classes that you have to take and you want to do well in, but you really don't like the class. So I kind of have that sort of attitude that she has with her job.
I actually think so. I've been in love with this character since I was 6, and it's really a dream come true to be playing this character. And I think I relate to him because I can just be really goofy and energetic sometimes too.
I definitely do. I feel when I was younger, I felt like I couldn't be myself just like him, and all of the younger person angst. And I don't know, I just feel sometimes you don't feel comfortable with, yourself or your surroundings, and, I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
What do you enjoy most about your department?
I think just the way that everyone works together to come up with really creative things, or solve problems together. We all just work really well together, and that's a really cool feeling to be a part of something that's really important.
What is your favorite thing about this cast and crew?
This cast and crew is the biggest cast and crew we've ever had for fall show, which is actually really, really cool, and I'm enjoying it a lot. There's a lot of new people that we've gotten to meet, or that I've gotten to meet, and there's a lot of talent that's come in, and I think it's a really, really good mix of people for this show.
It's super cliche, but everyone really is just a family. I used to do marching band, which I enjoyed, but I gave it up for theater because the difference I see is theater, every time we have a rehearsal, everyone comes here and really wants to be here. No one's asking when we get to leave and complaining about being there. Everyone's just legitimately really there, really wants to do the work, and is happy to be part of the group.
Well, for one, we have a live band on stage, and that's really cool. So, it brings, a different type of vibe a little bit instead of, just the pit playing. And also, everyone just seems to be really hardworking in their own groups and together and really wanting to put this production on.
I just love how everyone is so supportive, and since it's been kind of on the shorter side to do everything, we've been working really hard, and it's just really cool to see everyone putting their all in one thing.
Why did you pick this show?
I picked this show because School of Rock was one of the most prominent movies in my childhood. I've watched it so many times, and when I found out that we were doing this show, it was the most exciting news I've ever heard in my entire life. That's an exaggeration, but I love this show so, so much, and it's a childhood dream come true for me to be a part of it.
Well, School of Rock was not a big part of my childhood. A lot of people in the cast say, they watched the movie 1,000 times as a kid, it's so cool to bring it to life. But I didn't see the movie until maybe 6 months ago when the school went up to New York to see the Broadway show. But just watching them in the show, they all just looked like they were having such a good time on stage. And that's something that I know the theater department knows how to do, is just to have a good time on stage. So I just wanted to be part of that.
I picked this show because I love School of Rock, and I love the movie, and because I love to do musical theater, and I definitely want to do it beyond high school.
Well, I saw it in New York with, our theater class, and like it was just such a fun show. I felt like I had to do it, and I hadn't done a show in a while, and a lot of my friends were doing it, so it seemed like a fun thing to do.
No, I love theater, so I've been doing it since freshman year, so it wasn't like I didn't even have to think about whether or not I was doing the show. Like it's just this is now what I do in the fall. Like a lot of people do sports, I do theater. It wasn't even like a choice. It's just something part of my life now.
What is your favorite scene to do and why?
My favorite scene to do is the "Where Did the Rock Go" scene in the bar, because it's the real moment where Rosalie realizes who she really wants to be, and she finds herself that she had lost in these years of being such an uptight, strict principal.
The Shine Cup has a lot of scenes where she kind of just walks on stage, maybe has a few lines, maybe not even, she just walks on, does something, walks back off. And I think it's just such an interesting part of the show to have a character that really just does that. It really, going to a school, you see that's how it goes. People just kind of walk in, do something, walk back out. So I think she just really adds to that life of Horace Green.
My favorite scene to do is probably You're in the Band, because that's when I introduce the kids to all the instruments, and it's really cool to see them like light up and be like, whoa, I can actually play. And I get to move around a lot and be really goofy, so it gives me a lot of freedom to do what I want.
I definitely like the Stick It to the Man encore, just because that dance is fire. So that's definitely my favorite, and it's just like a great song to end with anyway.
What is your favorite costume?
My favorite costume, well, they're all, I'm probably biased, but like I think they're all pretty great. I think the uniforms are really cute. Like, I just think they're adorable. And Dewey's last costume is gonna be really awesome because we put so much time into like his one jacket with the back and like the bedazzles and stuff. Like, just the last song will have some really awesome costumes that we've put a lot of work into. So I think those are my favorite, the ones for the last song.
What do you hope for the audience to learn from this?
I want the audience to know that this show isn't just about a bunch of talented kids and this crazy guy who comes in and fakes being a sub. It's about so much more than that. It's about acceptance. Like, each of the kids themselves has their own little difference, and all of them come together and they accept each other. And in the end, Dewey learns to accept the different things that life throws at him, and Ned learns to accept who he is. And it's this big combination of everybody finding who they are and accepting each other. I think that's the biggest, most important message for this show.
Well, this show is definitely, at its core, it's about a lot of things. One of those is bringing music to these kids who would not have otherwise had that in their life and showing how that affects them. And that's how I feel about theater. So I want the audience to see that sort of role that music and arts can play in a kid's life.
Like that, the message in this musical is like music can change you. So like, I just hope they, one, have a really good time when they watch it, and two, just take away the message as well, which is finding music can sometimes also make you find yourself and help you, and it's a great outlet.
Just that, if someone has a goal or passion or whatever, something that they love, that, you should support them, and you can follow your dreams too.
I hope the audience learns that, like, if they're parents, it's okay to let your kids pursue something that they want to pursue, and, maybe you don't necessarily want them to pursue. Like, you have to let them explore and figure out who they are for themselves. And if you're a kid, you should obviously, like, maybe, I hope that the kids in the audience will learn that they can try new things. They're not confined to one activity or one thing or, some stereotype or something. Like, they can do whatever they want to do and then, be whoever they want to be.
All right, thank you.